Welcome to episode 2 of the Steel Valley Pinball podcast. My name is Patrick. I am the... What am I? President?
That's correct. You are the president.
President.
Yes, the president.
And we've got our 2 ad hoc members here. We've got Fred and JJ. You didn't meet JJ last podcast, but this is JJ. JJ, you want to say a little something about yourself?
Sure. JJ Leatt. Started playing pinball back when I was in college, so about 35 years or so ago, and stopped playing until about 2 years ago, looking for something to do. Happened to stop in Pastimes 2 Junes ago, and I think from that first day, I've been there probably 75% of the time it's been open.
Things have not been the same since, yeah?
It's been a regular fixture, fell down the pinball rabbit hole, and I love it.
That's great.
Nice.
Absolutely. And we love getting a chance to play against you and play with you, and you've just grown and improved so much over the last year as well, which is great to see.
And that's what's cool about that. Well, first of all the machines there, but just the people. I mean, I think you've talked about it before, but even if you don't know anybody yet, you go there a couple times and you're going to know people very quickly.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it's very quickly.
Correct.
And then next to JJ, we have Fred.
Frank.
That's Frank.
Frank. This is Fred.
I'm Fred. That's Frank. Yeah, this is Frank. He's filling in for one of our missing members today, but Frank will be here.
Yeah, he's filling in for Jordan today.
Adding to the conversation. So thanks, Frank, for showing up. It's really nice to see you.
And you'll hear from Beth's not here in person, but you'll be hearing from Beth a little bit later in the podcast. And we will eventually get Richard here.
Yes, it's going to happen at some point.
At some point.
Yeah, maybe next episode.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to just provide some updates in terms of things we're doing here with Steel Valley. First of all, we've added a 50-50 side prize pool for our tournaments and leagues. And what this is it's a little fundraiser we're doing. We want to put together a streaming rig, and we actually have the extruded aluminum frame, and Jordan's put that together. And that's already good to go, but we're working on all the technical equipment and the computers that we need and everything for that. So this is just a little side fundraiser that we're doing. So when you come to our events, it's optional, totally optional, above and beyond the registration for whatever event we're doing. But it's a $10 entry, and since it's a 50-50 event, $5 automatically goes to Steel Valley. And we're earmarking that for streaming equipment.
Rig. Yes, it'll be nice. Really nice.
The other $5 goes into a prize pool, and then we will split that total side pot amongst the top 4 players, top 4 finishers in that list from the side pot. So it's separate from the full list of winners. We only look at the people who contributed to the 50-50, and the top 4 people who finish out of that list will split the pot 40, 30, 20, 10 for second, third, fourth. So currently we're already at 3% of our goal.
That's pretty good.
After two tournaments, two events.
People have really been enjoying the side pots, and they've been very supportive of us. We've had some people just give us donations just to put towards it as well, which is nice.
That's true, yes.
So,
and speaking of, if you're interested in helping us out with, I love how we're opening up with, please send us money. Let's just get it out of the way.
We need one of those red thermometer things that show as you progress.
I've been posting it on the website, or on the Facebook page, actually. Yeah.
It's let's show the amount we've gotten so far. Yeah. That's a good idea.
But anyways, if you are inclined to help us out and speed up the process for us getting the streaming rig put together, you can make a donation at any of our tournaments, and just let us know, I don't want to be a part of the side pot. Here's some money towards your streaming rig. We'll be very grateful, obviously. And or you can actually donate now through PayPal. So if you go to our website, steelvalleypinball.org, and right on the front page, under the what is SVP section, you'll see a button next that says donate. So there's a learn more about us button and a donate button. So you can just click on there and feel free to give whatever you want to give. And we'll be very grateful. There's no tax write-offs or anything for it. It's just you sending us a little love our way so we can be able to get some new content out and record our tournaments and all that good stuff. So we appreciate in advance any help that you feel you want to give to us. So that's that. So that's the biggest update for us. That's the biggest new thing that we're doing right now.
Well,
JJ, you want to talk about our past winners?
sure. Had quite a few events over the past month or so. The first one is the Friday Night Bounty Knockout Tournament. That's the one where you get a $5 chip to start, and once you get your third strike, you have to give that chip to the winner of it. And by the end of the night, whoever has chips remaining gets to cash them in and get their $5 per chip. The winner of this last one was Adam Kane. He and his family are regulars at the arcade. As
Lila
well.
is so cute with when she plays. Just, I think we even mentioned this the last week or last
It's
podcast
awesome.
too. Just her little nose right up to that bar.
And crushing it.
She's
Crushing it.
incredible.
Yeah. The Canes are rad, man. So I'm glad to see him get that win. That's awesome.
Also in the family vein, the Valentine's Split Flipper Tournament, which was one person on the left, one person on the right, and hope you communicate well with your partner or at least can get along with them so you don't blame them for the errant drains. But the winner of that was Team Gremlin, Kincaid and Finley Wilson brothers. If you don't know them yet, I have a feeling they're going to be starting to make their way to other tournaments around the area as well, because they're, I don't know how old they are, but
They're both very good.
I think Kincaid's actually like around 15-ish.
yeah,
now.
He might be a little older than that even. Yeah, but they've been. I mean, they're
great players.
Great players.
They're up and coming.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So watch out for them.
Yeah, you do not want to go up against Kincaid or Finley on a modern Stern.
Yeah, they're crushing.
You just don't.
Yeah, they crush it.
Yeah, you're basically just donate
You're
your
in trouble.
registration fee
You're
to them.
in trouble. But yeah, they're fun to watch, man, and they're good people to talk to as well, and they're it's nice to see them continuing to play and get better every year. You know,
All our young folks are really great to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, we've got the Wilson boys. We got Jeremy Schreffler. He stops by once in a while.
Yep.
He was actually him and his dad were at the arcade today. Working on Mega Match play games.
Right.
Alice and Lila,
Mm-hmm.
and who else do we have that's kind of young?
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to see. It's nice, like we talked about before. It's good to see a young movement in pinball as well, because that keeps the hobby healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So if you don't like the moderns, the Sunday Classics tournament was Division A winner was Tim Caro, and Division B winner was, we were just talking about him, Jeremy Schreffler.
Yep. Excellent.
And the Friday Night Lights Out tournament, which this was the first one?
This was the first one, yeah, in February.
So once a month, Pastimes will turn out all the lights in the arcade from 7 to 11 p.m. And we decided to run a tournament during that. So no spotlights are allowed. No, we don't allow flashlights on the tables. So it's sort of au naturel in terms of just what the LEDs or the warm lights of the pinball machines show you.
Right.
And this last month's winner was Stephen Rankin.
Yep. Steve got the big win there, which is good. And that's a really fun way to play. We're going to talk about more about that, that general recurring event, but that is a fun way to play those machines.
It is. It was a fun night.
For sure. So I have some recurring events that I'd like to talk to you guys about. Number one, our weekly leagues are on Thursdays at 7. This is kind of what got me hooked into the community of pinball. At first, I was just going and playing, and then once I started going to the leagues, I was like, oh, this is actually really fun. So the next season, we're almost done with this season right now. Our finals are on March 12th, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
So the finals are on March 12th, and that very next week, we're going to start the next season. So Thursday, March 19th. It's a $20 season registration, cash only, and you must pay regular admission to Pastimes to get in unless you have a membership, which is the best way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really is.
To buy, whether it be a 3-month or a 6-month or a 1 year or whatever it might be, getting a membership is the way to go. But leagues are extremely fun. We have a huge number this year. I think it was a nice growth into this season.
Nearly
Right,
40?
we had 12 women and 38,
38?
30, somewhere around there. So
really nice.
Yeah,
right?
so we were right around that 50 mark, which was nice to see.
Right, and we've been kind of doing a tournament style this season, so you don't play the same people every single time. You play 3 people on a machine, and then you move on to the next one. It's just through match play, it just kind of continues going, and it's really fun. It's very social. You can talk to people. People are competitive, but not cutthroat. They're friendly, and that's just exactly what you want.
I think that our format change for that really made an improvement.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah. So far, everyone else seems to agree. And the best thing is you can talk. I've gotten a chance to talk to so many more people this season. Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of the same 4 people that you play the whole night.
Right.
Especially
right.
with more people in the league.
Yeah.
If you only did 3 other people for the entire night, you wouldn't even see half the
No.
population.
No, you might
Right.
say
5-week
hi and
season.
bye. Yeah, exactly it. So
And that just and there were times where we'd get to a finals and we would play people that we didn't play the entire 8-week season. Now we only do 6 weeks now, but at least now you have a better chance of coming up against somebody you've already played.
Right. And joining league, you can, if you can't make it all 6 weeks, if you miss a couple weeks, you could still be eligible for the playoffs and things like that. So, I would say if you are on the fence about maybe I want to play pinball with some different people, maybe I want to try competitively just to see what happens. There's no negatives to doing it. It's only a positive. So come out to leagues on Thursday at pastimes, have a great time, meet a lot of new people, and your game will grow and your connection with the people in the community will grow. And that's only a good thing.
And leagues is really the place to experiment with competitive pinball because you go to a tournament. Our tournaments are a little bit on the friendlier side, casual, friendlier side. But you get some tournaments, and it can be a little bit. I don't want to say cutthroat because it's not. It's never
Am I doing
like
the
that.
right thing? And
Yeah.
those butterfly, competitive butterflies, especially the first time, you won't have those, or if you would, you'll quickly get rid of them in our league.
Right, because we have a good time. We kind of laugh at ourselves when we make mistakes, all that other kind of good stuff. So
I don't ever make any of those, but yes. Yes. No, it's very cool. And if you're about to make a mistake, people will help you out. It's really nice. It's a really cool environment. So strongly recommend coming out to Pastime starting on March 19th to join this next league because I think it's just going to keep getting bigger. Just a great time. The monthly Stern Army on Friday night knockouts. That's one Friday a month at 7 p.m. The next one is on Friday, March 6th. Okay, and that's a $5 registration. Okay, and that's coming up this week, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So $5 registration. There's a $1 IFPA fee, cash only, and that's a regular admission to Pastimes as well on top if you are not a member, as I mentioned earlier.
And that's going to be on all of our modern Sterns, our Stern Electronics, which are the solid states, the older solid states, Data East, and Segas.
Right. So Stern is obviously still the leader, I would say, amongst the pinball production world. So I think it's a great tournament and a good time.
And some people translates.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
that's a pretty cool poll.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do translate as soon as because it's a 4-strike format. So as soon as somebody gets 3 strikes, we stop. We do a random drawing for the translate so that everyone is there to have that opportunity. And then we'll also be doing our 50-50 as well. And if you're wondering, why are you putting in Data East and Sega games? If you know the history of Stern, you know that Stern Electronics, when it went out, they ended up forming Data East, which then became Sega, which then became the new modern Stern pinball. So since it's a Stern Army event, we use all of those machines to kind of honor Stern's history. We could actually, if we really wanted to, go back and use the Chicago coin EMs because that preceded preceded, is that the one we're looking for? Came before Stern,
the predecessor, if you will. Yeah, there we
go. But we don't use any EMs for that one.
No. And then I took the one you were supposed to talk about, but I'm going to keep talking. Monday, the monthly Friday Night Lights Out. Sorry about that, Patrick. One Friday a month at 7 p.m. The next one is on the 13th. And JJ had mentioned this one. They turn the lights out in the building. You're just playing by the natural glow of the machines. It's really a fun way to experience a place like Pastimes. It is so huge. And it just has that arcade warmth that we talked about last time that brings you back to your youth of the arcade age, if you will.
And the new disco lights are nice.
The disco lights are, who doesn't love a good disco light?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So $5 registration, $1 IFPA fee, and then admission as well. And you are not allowed to have the external lighting. As JJ said, a lot of people have been putting the lights on the machine. You have these like magnetic lights. There's a video floating around on Pastimes socials if you'd like to see it.
It's still getting traction. It's been almost a month.
Very engaging. Very engaging. It's so funny because I first saw you guys with those because JJ had one and Jordan had one, and I'm like, "What is this, nerds?" And then I was like, "I want one." So then I went and got one, and then like next thing you know, there's a lot of people with them, and it became kind of a hot topic. Like, is it okay for you to connect these lights onto the machines to help you see a little better, or is that like cheating or whatever?
No, it's perfectly legal as long as it doesn't blind someone else.
Yep.
And usually it doesn't unless you guys just remember to turn them on and off before you move them.
Right. That's the most important thing.
Some people were saying, well, that might scratch up the metal railings, but it doesn't because those magnets are usually inside of the rubber base of the magnet. So there's actually a thin piece of rubber between the magnet and the rail, so it doesn't scratch up the machines either.
No, I don't see any negatives to it.
No. It doesn't always stick to every machine because some of the rails are aluminum and not, So sometimes you have to
set it down and it falls right off.
Yeah.
You got to move it elsewhere. Yeah, but it is nice on some of the machines that don't have super bright lighting to kind of make it so you can see the
especially as you get older and your eyes.
Yes,
absolutely.
Right, it makes it a little bit easier for sure. So,
and that the Lights Out tournament is a max match play format. And so what that means is you play head-to-head, so you're only playing against one other person, and we try to play as many games as we can in 2 hours. Last time we got about 12 games in, and then we'll do finals after that. So we try to get as many games in as possible head-to-head. So it's a good time. It goes. I mean, you don't really
not a lot of wasted time.
No, I don't think you wait any more than maybe 3 to 5 minutes between games, if that.
Yeah, it's quick for sure. And then, JJ, you want to tell a little about
the monthly Sunday Classics? The next one coming up, one Sunday a month at 11 o'clock on that Sunday. The next one starting is March 22nd. I mentioned it before. It's 1990s and prior machines. So that'll be the EM, solid states, and alphanumerics primarily. One change that I personally like is we've categorized it into 3 categories right now, right? Into EMs, solid state, and alphanumerics. So instead of 50% of your games being on EMs, only 33% of your games are on EMs. Then you move to, am I right?
No, we actually, it's random. It's just random now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't go like ABC, ABC, ABC. It's just random.
JJ may be lobbying for the change here just by talking about it. He's like, isn't that what we're going to do?
Like, well, they're all great machines.
Yeah, we just don't have enough alphanumerics to balance that out necessarily. So
it's $10 for the registration, $1 for the IFPA, which is a cash only part. So it's $11 and plus your regular admission to Pastimes, and it's open 11 to 7 p.m. But for those in the tournament, you can get in at 10 a.m. if I remember right. So,
nice bonus.
All right, so we got some special events coming up here. The big one that we got coming up is our Steel Valley Mega Match Play Tournament. That is March 27th through 29th. Now, the registration's already filled for the main event, which is Saturday and Sunday. There was a pre-registration that people did, and we sold all 150 tickets. So that's already done. But on the 27th, that Friday night, we have a warm-up knockout tournament. Now, what that means is it's just a straight-up knockout tournament, 7 strikes. First place gets 0 strikes. Second and third place get 1 strike, and fourth place gets 2 strikes. So it's a 7-strike tournament, and we call it a warm-up knockout because what we're doing is we are pre-playing the machines before the main event to work out any last-minute bugs or kinks in any of the maybe code changes that we did to make the games a little harder, any mechanical issues that may pop up. Kind of works out those kinks and bugs, but it's become a huge event for us. We've had around 120 people each time we've done it. For
the warm-up event, there's 120 people, which is crazy. That's awesome.
So, and the reason why we're letting you folks know about the knockout tournament is that is actually open to everyone. So if you've registered for the Mega Match Play tournament and you prepaid your registration. That's already included in your registration. If you want to play in the knockout tournament, but you missed out on the registration for the Mega Match Play, you can still play in it. It's $10 to get in, plus $1 for the IFPA fee, and so it's a total of $11. And so you come in, you do your normal admission up at the front counter, whether you're a member or you pay for the evening or whatever, and then in the back, bays, storage areas where we do the tournament, and that's where you'll come and pay your $11 if you're not a part of the normal tournament. So anyone and everyone is welcome to that knockout tournament. So if you want to have an opportunity to play 120 some people, but you didn't want to commit to the entire weekend, that knockout tournament is the best thing to do.
Yep.
Do we ever have a cap on that in terms of number of players
No.
or so?
No, we've never capped that. I imagine.
So if you show up, you're going to get in.
Oh, absolutely, for the knockout, yeah, because we'll have approximately 50 machines in the back. We're scheduled to have 50 machines, but I know one machine's not showing up until Saturday. So we'll have 49 machines. So what's 49 times 4?
It's like 196.
So that would be our cap. So yeah, if you want to come and play, and not everyone who registered for the Mega Match Play comes on Friday, although a good majority do. Yeah. But yeah, so come on out. It's a great time. Honest to goodness, just to be a part of that experience, it's worth your $11. Just to say you did it, you tried a big tournament, because it's a wildly different and cool atmosphere. So many great people to meet. You'll see some really phenomenal playing. I think was it Patrick Fifield was telling me, because he loves numbers. He was telling me that at least 50 people that are registered for the Mega Match Play are in the top 500 players. So yeah, because it's a Stern Pro Circuit event.
But don't let that scare you off.
No, absolutely not. No, but it's just if you want to experience high caliber playing, this is the time to go, because you can watch and check it out and talk with these people who are just phenomenal. And that's the coolest thing about the pinball community, is they will talk to you about playing pinball. There's no shortage of conversation. So yeah, come on out, check that out. It's a great time. And we are definitely going to be doing our 50-50 that night as well for the knockout. We won't be doing it during the main tournament, but for the knockout, we'll do our 50-50 fundraiser for that as well.
Nice.
So let's see here. Sniffles. I think that's it on that. All of our information about our tournaments and events are located on our website, steelvalleypinball.org. So you can go there. Along the top menu, you'll see events. You can click on that to get information about the specific events. And then if you click on calendar, you'll be able to see our calendar. We've got it pretty much scheduled out throughout the whole year. We do have some other bigger events that aren't on the calendar yet. They're on the calendar, but we don't have any details on them yet. That we're working on. Stay tuned. Yeah,
stay tuned.
We're already working on our big event for May, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, maybe we could try a segment here in tribute to one of my favorite podcasts, which recently shut down not too long ago, called Triple Jump, and they did a thing called "What We Playin'." What this means is this is the games that we are playing right now, the game that just has us hooked. It could be good. It could be a good hooks. It's hooks in us good, or it could be bad. We can't get away from it. We can't quite beat it. It has us frustrated. So I'd like to just talk a little bit about the games that we've been playing specifically ourselves. And JJ, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you play in?
All right. So I'll talk about yesterday. I spent quite a bit of time on the game Hard Body.
Hard Body.
So I've get it in a tournament here and there, and I've hated that game. I don't know why. It's just because I don't play it outside of when I have to.
Mhm.
So I sat on it, and there's the upper playfield and the lower playfield. The lower playfield has the outlanes. You can always hit there's two buttons on each side.
Mhm.
So you can hit the lower one to raise the outlane so it becomes just an in lane.
Right.
And so after getting frustrated on it, I said, well, I'm not going to care about anything except learning how to hit those bottom buttons.
Mhm.
And that actually turns the game into a no outlane game, because if you can get good at that, you're only going to drain down the middle.
Right.
And so it got rid of, I think, after 10, 15 minutes of just practicing that, got rid of about 50% of my quick drains.
Nice.
And then the other is the two small flippers in the upper playfield on that. And those are, the way they're angled, are just a little bit different than what you would think. And you can let the ball bounce from one to the other. Again, it's something you have to get used to. If you're not, you're just going to flail up there, or
Right.
at least I did a
Right.
whole heck of a lot. So I spent about half the time just practicing on those two mini flippers and half the time learning those buttons.
Mhm.
And I got, I can't remember what my score was, but it was a marked improvement in terms of being comfortable with that game. And I think that's probably what you have to do on any game that you don't play too often.
Right.
It's if it's got
Yeah.
unique features like weird angle two flippers, or the secondary buttons, the magnet save on some games, but this has the outlanes that become in
Yeah,
lanes.
like the metal ramps that pop up to
Yep.
save it from there.
And
That's
if you're
pretty
not
cool.
used to them, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So
Mhm.
I sat on that for a while and got a little bit more comfortable in that game. So that's what I've been playing.
Hard body. That's a good choice. I don't love that game, but
I didn't.
So maybe
I
I
like
need to.
it better now.
I think the back glass.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
back glass kind of scares me, but that's a good choice. So Patrick, what you been playing?
Well, today I pretty much parked myself in the wide body aisle today. So I'm behind the 8 ball when it comes to the um, high scoreboard, mainly because I was managing the arcade for like 2 years, so I didn't get to play it as much. So I'm a little bit behind the
The top three that are there.
yeah. So I've been
those
trying to
three guys.
just get these high scores in, and it's funny because like a lot of these games I've played and scored scores in the top 10, but I never recorded them, mostly because I was just basically clearing balls.
Yeah, you were like in a hurry. You were
Just
doing. You were
flipping for
working.
whatever, just flip a little bit and whatever. But no, I went through the wide bodies today, and I tell you, I had a devil of a time with Stellar Wars and Laser Ball.
Right.
They were giving me problems today. There was no tomorrow.
Right.
The big problem with both those games is they're before Firepower.
Mhm.
And if you know about Firepower, which is a standard body, Firepower was the first game with the moving lanes,
Mhm.
where you could actually change the lights up at the top, the rollover lanes, up at the top with your flippers. So these games, these two wide bodies, those rollover lanes are so important because there's some massive points for completing them, or at least for Laser Ball and for Stellar Wars, it increases your bonus multiplier.
Okay.
But you can't change the light. So you get it up there, and I'm constantly getting it in the same out lanes.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
No,
like
and it's not doing anything.
Right.
Like, oh, I get 1,000 points for hitting that switch.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do anything. So I probably sat on those two games total combined for at least an hour or so,
Right.
if not more. It was annoying, but I love me some wide bodies. I
Right.
think my favorite era right now is the early solid states.
Mhm.
So we're talking 78 through, let's see, 84, 85,
Right.
Before alphanumerics came out.
Yeah.
So those Sterns, those Bally's, the wide bodies, there's just a great feeling about those machines. And a lot of them are just great target games. Like
Mhm.
whether you're shooting drop targets or stand up targets, you're just shooting for those and trying to complete those. And I'm a sucker for a set of inline drops.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, Harlem Globetrotters, Dolly Parton. Give me inline drops. 8 Ball Deluxe, Paragon. Yeah,
You do love Globetrotters. I know that's one that you go
yeah,
to.
I
So
do love.
that one is really
I do
addicting.
love. Yeah, I actually. I don't know if you guys saw, but Jack and Jeremy Schreffler, was it last 2 weeks ago? I think brought me this. They came in with this big tube, right?
hmm
And they're like, "This is for you." And it was the Planetary Pinball's been selling off the original blueprints,
technical drawings, engineering drawings.
Yeah, engineering drawings from the playfields, and it was the engineering drawing for Harlem, and it was in that weird plasticky vellum. Yeah,
How cool is that?
yeah. Oh my gosh,
cool
it's
is
so
that?
cool. I cannot wait to get that framed. I may even do that as like a shadow box or with a backlight to it.
Right. Deserves that.
Absolutely.
That's
and now
awesome.
I have to get a Harlem Globetrotters.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously, you got to go.
So that I eventually will be getting that, but I got to get through a bunch of other games yet to get them sold. But
Right.
they got to get you your Tri-Zone. So
That's next in line.
that's the next in line. Yeah.
So the wide bodies had you like. I think that it's funny. That's one of the things that I realized pretty quickly when I was playing. Is that like, oh, these wide body machines, which are just for those who don't know, they're just bigger. They're just a little bit bigger. They're little, and it's just different playing them because
Does the ball seem to move slower?
Yes.
Or is that the angle, or is that just feeling because they're wider?
No, that's just the feeling because they're wider. The ball travels more from horizontally.
Yeah.
So there's a little more give. And that's actually one of the reasons that a lot of people don't like the wide bodies is because it slows the game down so much. For me, I've always just been enamored by those wide bodies. It's just such a cool feature. I don't know. I've always enjoyed them.
Yeah.
There's some that I like better than others. Like I could do without Black Hole and Haunted House any day.
I love Haunted House, but Black Hole, I'm in agreement.
Yeah, Black Hole is But anyways, my favorite wide body is Hot Dog, and we don't have a Hot Dog yet. But Hot Dog is probably my favorite. Bally Hot Dog is one of my favorite wide bodies of all time.
So yeah, check those out. If you get down to Pastimes, they have a nice row of them for you to pick from, and try them out. Maybe don't spend the whole day there. Not everyone's going to want to do that, but maybe.
Well, when I've got my spreadsheet and I'm checking off the games that I don't have any scores for, I just work down the aisle.
I'm just biding my time until you catch me on the list. I know it's coming. I'm getting ready. It's all right. I'll be ready for it. It's okay.
Well, Debbie, my wife Debbie, she went through alphabetically.
Yep, so did I.
And you did too. I think Jordan did too.
Yep.
Like just go down the list of games alphabetically.
JJ's up there. We played them all, and with that, and I'll talk a little bit more about the iScore thing down there. But really cool.
So what you playing?
Well, what I'm playing, I've been playing Batman 66. I really think that I just discovered this. I talked to you about this the other night. I discovered that like once you get into one of the villain modes there, you can get into the scoop and you can select it. You could take the prize. You could take the jackpot or whatever, or you can pass it. And then it becomes 2 times scoring on the next time through the mode. So it's like it's a risk reward thing because you can either take the 9 million or 10 million you build up, or you could play it again and try to get all the targets again for 2 times scoring, and then you could skip it again and go 3 times scoring. But if you keep doing that and you don't hit the scoop again, you lose out on those points. So
that's pretty gutsy.
It's a really cool risk reward though, because I looked up at one point and I had done the Joker mode 3 times and I had 142 million or something just after that one mode. And I was like, okay, this is something worthwhile.
Yeah.
So that's a risk reward that I really like. It's just a great game also.
Oh,
great
yeah,
theme,
it is. It is.
Really fun. It's challenging, but it's not like one of those moderns that like you feel like it's going so quickly you can't do anything. You have time to like contemplate your shots and what you want to do. There's so much to do. Very deep rule set, which I love, and the risk reward. And then just real quick, X-Men. I like the update they did now where if you take one of the challenging modes, then you get to take Escape Nimrod. And that's once again kind of like a chance for you to stack some big points. So those are the 2 machines that I've been playing a lot the last couple of times I've been down there. But Batman 66 is quickly becoming one of my favorites.
Well, and Batman 66 was the first Stern LCD.
Right.
And so they weren't really the rule sets were deep even back then, because I mean Ghostbusters is a pretty deep rule set,
Right.
But it's a DMD. But those games are not nearly as in depth as the games that are coming out now.
Right. That's true. That's true.
But the mechanics, like when we first got that Batman in there, that felt like a true modern Stern. I don't know how old it is, but it didn't feel like to me to be their first
2013
LCD.
13? When is it from? Is it that far ago? I don't remember.
I'd have to.
I don't remember how far ago it was. It's been a while though. Maybe 2016.
If it was their first attempt on it, it was a grand attempt.
Well, if you notice, it's actually a you could almost consider it a remastered of the other Batman: The Dark Knight,
because it's got the same penguin.
Yeah, and it's still got the turntable up at the top. That was the Joker turntable. And now it's the phone turntable. Yep. So there's a lot of similarities between those two.
Right.
Yep.
But I'd have to Google. Let me Google real quick.
I don't know exactly when it came out, but I mean, and once again, you have 3 kind of villain modes you can go for. Mm-hmm. There's some of the nice bonus, the Shane multi-ball. 2016. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Google.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the third guess was the right one apparently. Sorry about that, but yeah, I think it's a really fun game. You got to play Batman 66, and just check it out if you ever get down to pastimes. It's great. It's really good.
It also has my favorite music is when you're in the Joker villain mode. Mm-hmm. I love that.
It's incredible.
The music during that. You got to go sometime when it's quiet there, but it's
campy. It's got the campy Batman thing from that era, but that's what makes it so great. Like I love that era of Batman. I was in syndication when I was growing up, but it's just they did so well incorporating it into the gameplay. I just think it's great.
Adam West did personalized call-outs for the people who bought the LE of that, like the first 100 people or something that bought the LE of that. So there are machines out there that have individualized call-outs from Adam
West.
Yeah, they did that all before he passed away.
Yeah, that was one of the last things that I think he did as a major thing. But I know the extra ball animation, it shows Batman running with the bat bomb and throwing into the lake. It's so great. I just think it's a great machine. So check it out for sure. All right, so that's what we're playing. JJ, you want to tell them a little bit about some association updates there real quick?
The major association update I think we wanted to talk about is Jordan discussed the punk rock pinball PRPA quite a bit last week.
Yep.
But one of the major changes I think over the past week that they've made is that they've now broken it out into what they're calling scenes. So whereas before it was, getting probably close to 1,000 people on the list that have joined it, and it's a much more simplified version of your point system. But if you want to see where you rank on that point system, it used to be you'd see yourself somewhere amongst the 1,000 people. But different scenes have different number of events, and that all translates into your points. So we are now grouped into what's called the Northern Ohio scene. So you can go in there, and Jordan, who's not here, happens to be number 1 on that list right
Frank
now.
Frank can tell us a little bit. Oh, he can't tell us. Okay, that's he's kind of out of it.
So I think I saw the drop list was about 20 or 30 different scenes so far. So that is definitely a growing.
It's quickly growing.
Parallel, competitive ranking sort of system.
Right.
Simpler, but just in parallel to the IFPA.
Yeah, and that's the key word, parallel.
Right.
And they themselves want to make it abundantly clear that this is a parallel, not a replacement, not anything. It's a supplement. It's a parallel ranking system. So
right, absolutely. So now we are going to go to a remote location with our women's representative, Beth. Right. She's going to tell you a little bit about some updates there. So without further ado, let's go to Beth.
Hey guys, how's it going? So there's a lot to go over in a little amount of time for Ohio women pinball events. Steel Valley Pinball, we have our first Women's Fair Strike Knockout. It's actually this Sunday at noon. We are very welcoming to all skill level and ages of anyone who is female identifying, including cis, trans, and non-binary players. There is a $1 IFPA fee, an optional $5 prize pool fee. Top 4, get cash, and these pretty cool trophies behind me. Our women's league has one more week left, and then our finals are next week. We pick right back up March 19th. We are looking to grow our Steel Valley League. More than welcome to stop on by. Again, additional information is on our Facebook page event. One of my local spots that I go to in Parma Heights on Pearl Road is Pinball Planet. Friday night is always ladies' night there. They host IFPA events and non-IFPA events. One of their cool ones that they're going to be doing is on March 20th at 7:30. It is called Flip, Switch, and Sip. It's a split flippers double match play tournament. You can also find any other information you may need about this event or any additional events on their Facebook page of Pinball Planet. So down in Cincinnati at Arcade Legacy, the Queen City Sea Witches, ran by Jesse Morton, they have their monthly match play events. Their next one I know is April 5th, but they just started doing this mid-month mutiny as well. It's a different format each month. So that's something to check out. Definitely look at their Facebook page and all their upcoming events as well. Something new that is coming up this year, Sweeper City Pinball Champions. They are actually hosting a women's mega. Capped at only 64 players. Our fearless Cleveland Bells and Chimes leader, Valencia Kelly, is running it. Pre-registration is open. All their information is listed on their Facebook page, so don't hesitate, sign up. It's a great place. It's at Hoover Lodge in North Canton. Speaking of Cleveland Bells and Chimes in Valencia, they are finishing up their low-key season right now. Their season 20 already starts April 30th. It's a 6-week season with one drop week. It's $20 to register, and it does take place at Super Electric in Cleveland. It's a really cool venue, really cool people, highly recommend it. So my girl, Kristen Vogel Campbell, and her husband, Sean Campbell, own the Pinball Perch. They run their monthly high score tournaments monthly at the Three-Legged Dog in Port Clinton. They currently have 3 games, Jaws, Fast Break, and Pulp Fiction. They will be getting the new Pokemon one, which I'm super excited for. The next monthly event is actually this Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I just wanted to wrap this up by saying good luck to all the women that are participating in the IFPA Women's World Pinball Championship towards the end of the month. And a huge shout out to all the girls that are representing Ohio. Good luck to all.
Okay, thanks, Beth. That was awesome. The high score, kind of just a couple updates about that. There's a couple different ways you can kind of keep track of your high scores at pastimes and other places. With this one, Stern Insider Connected is a kind of like a worldwide, right? I mean, it's so,
international.
Yeah, it's international. So if you have a Stern and you can sign up with IC Connected there on your cellular device, whatever, and then it allows you to create an account. You can scan that into, I call it a scanny scan because I'm an old man. So you do the scanny scan and you just log into the machines. It has a lot of cool like achievements you can do, high score competitions, monthly challenges, weekly challenges. I think it's really a brilliant move by Stern to have implemented this because it gives you a reason to play their machines even more than people are already playing. So I'm
really excited to see how they integrate that with the new Pokemon pinball machine, because obviously you're going to be collecting Pokemon, so under your account. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to unfold. As it comes forward.
For those who like to collect things before Pokemon comes out, the badges on it, that's how you can actually, if you enjoy collecting those badges, you can learn some of the deeper stuff on those modes. Like in Jaws, they had a month where if you get each of the sharks, or in Jurassic Park, you'd get a different badge if you collected the Pteranodon versus each of the dinosaurs. And usually on their site, they have a little tutorial on how to get that particular badge. If you don't know how to get the Thrasher Shark, for example, shows you a little bit of in-depth.
And speaking of badges, March is they haven't provided it to us to put on our display, but they did put it on their website and on their Facebook page. March's badges are all going to be community badges, so you've got to play with other players to get the badges.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you got to like all work together, all play the same machine.
Like the four-player modes that you all combine to the same score?
Yeah. So that so that your 4 scores added together get past 250,000, 500 or million, I guess, on the Sterns. But yeah, so March is pretty much all community.
Cool. That started today then.
I started today.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So we'll have to check into that. And then, of course, the iScored. This is a great way. All of the machines at Pastimes, they have a kind of QR code on the front of the machines that allow you to log in. You can log your scores. You take a photo of your score at Pastimes if you have a high score, and you post it on iScored, and this will then kind of like rank you for each game. And that's what we were talking about earlier, what Patrick's doing. He's been going through and like getting all these scores on iScored so he can move up the rankings. You can always look at on the left. You'll see the rankings there at Pastimes for how you're doing, and it's just a great way in house to kind of keep where you are comparison to other people. And I think it's a really nice. It challenges you because I can go back and I'm like, oh, I have Grand Champion on this. I don't have Grand Champion on this anymore. Patrick has Grand Champion. JJ has Grand Champion. Frank has Grand Champion. So I have to go through and try my best. Yeah, Frank, I can't, you just can't stop him. But try your best to level up. Continue to just challenge yourself to get a better score. And I think it's a really nice way to kind of keep track of you against.
Well, it
other
allows you
people
to record your scores on games that don't record scores naturally.
Right.
Like specifically the EMs. So it allows you to keep track of your own high scores on the really old machines that
you can't put your scores in.
Yeah. And we do try to keep up with them. Some of those stickers might be getting old. If you happen to go there and the QR code's just not working or it's smudged out, send us an email or text us, and we try to keep those up to date on each of the machines.
Yeah, you can always send us an email at steelvalleypinball at gmail.com.
Right, and we will get that up and fix it up for you. So that's about it for right now, and I think it's time for what we're going to call the last thing. The last thing. Every episode, we're going to take one topic and just briefly talk about it, something related to the pinball world. And we thought because it's so fresh right now, even though some of us have only seen, we haven't played it yet, we've just seen videos and things like that about it, but the new Pokemon. I say this because I didn't grow up on Pokemon. I didn't. I didn't collect it. It was I was a little old for it, just a little bit. You know what I mean? I just missed it by a few years. So
the only reason why I know anything about it is before I graduated, during my college years, I worked at Giant Eagle in Meadville, and I was worked in the Eagle's Nest because I wanted that experience on my resume of working childcare. Childcare. It's parents drop their kids off and go shop and come back. But that Pokemon movie that came out was on VHS, and it was on over and over and over again. So that's the only reason why I know anything about it.
I think I played on Game Boy Advance, either the Pokemon Red or Blue or something. So what we're saying is we're experts.
Yeah, apparently that's
anti-experts on the IP of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually know very little about it. I mean, I know it's a craze. My wife has a few cards that she'd gotten years ago and nothing, but she wasn't collecting them or anything. She has a couple packs. Nothing big, but I know this is a machine that everyone's looking forward to. I watched the video, and it does look like a really nice use of this IP that everyone's excited about.
But the sculpts are beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very true to the IP,
right? And which is great because you have to be for the fans to be happy. You have to be true to it. But the one thing that many people have noticed, and myself, is that it feels a lot like a previous machine, which is Junkyard. Just the layout of it, the way the different target areas and the thing in the center there, it just all feels junkyardy to me. And so I was wondering, is this a good thing for pinball that you get this golden IP that everybody wants, but you're a little nervous about making a machine that might not connect to people? So you take a machine that's older and you kind of base your machine on that. It gives it a fresh coat of paint, but it's not really a brand new layout all the way. I mean, it's got the Pokemon vibe. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that is something kind of like they're afraid to take a risk? Do you think that does it matter at all?
I think it's absolutely strategic, to be honest with you, because this is arguably the biggest IP in pinball of all time, even bigger than Harry Potter. And so, but it's also an IP that's going to reach a lot of younger, less experienced players. So the design of this game is what's called a fan layout. And if anybody doesn't know what that means, it's basically you have your two flippers in the center, which is called an Italian bottom. That's the style when you just have the two flippers at the bottom. And basically you're cross shooting the ramps and the targets, and they're all kind of just laid out in a fan. Like if you took a deck of cards and you fanned them out, that's just everything is just kind of up. Other games that's similar to that, Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars and even Cactus Canyon. Some of the really popular games from the late '90s.
Considered classics.
Considered classics, yeah. And so, but they're also considered easier shooters because it's not really dynamic in terms of the layout. It's not.
It's also a 2 flipper game.
I think there might be a third flipper.
Pokemon?
I don't remember Pokemon.
Yeah, I can't recall if there's a third flipper or not. In the video.
Yeah, I can't
That
remember.
usually
either.
ups the complexity
A
for a
little
new
bit.
person.
Right.
Right.
And so a dynamic layout is where, like for instance, like on Venom, the playfield actually changes state depending on what character you choose. We have a lot of diverters. You have a lot of side ramps with a third or fourth, flipper, or you've got an extra playfield on top or whatever. So this was simplified, and I think they made a great move by doing that. It's not going to, from a playfield standpoint, from a design standpoint, it's not going to necessarily shot wise challenge the top tier players, but it'll be accessible to those who are going to buy this machine because it's Pokemon. Right? It could be their very first pinball machine they've ever had. And they're going to play that and they're going to hit shots. It's going to feel good to them. They're going to be successful and it's going to hook them into pinball, especially with the IP. So I think it was a very strategic move and I think it was a great move. It does have a lot of similarities to Junkyard. But if you think about it, Attack from Mars, fan layout, something in the center you have to hit. Medieval Madness, fan layout, something in the center you have to hit. I mean, it's just that's just what a fan layout is. So I think it's absolutely brilliant in terms of with the IP that they have.
They know what works for new folks and get it out there. They do. So I think another IP that was probably close to that same concept was Dungeons and Dragons game, right? That they were hoping they'd pull a lot of non-pinball.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's a more complex game, I would say, than it looks like Pokemon would.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little tougher of definitely it's a little harder of a shooter. But the thing about Dungeons and Dragons is that's one of those games that you've got to, in my opinion, you got to just pull a stool up to and just park in front of it and grind at it because you have to develop.
Go on a journey.
Yeah, you're going on a journey.
Yeah.
You're developing your characters. Not only that, but you're getting new dungeons every week, from the code and everything. And then that's what Dungeons and Dragons is all about. I mean, it's a build your character, develop the game kind of a thing. And so for people who are Dungeons and Dragons players, again, it's another gateway to get them into pinball, even they may not be pinball players. But hey, this is just Dungeons and Dragons, and I can, develop my own character with the Insider Connected and level up and all that kind of stuff. That is true to the IP of Dungeons and Dragons. So I think they're making some good moves in terms of creating accessible games that are reaching out to larger subcultures or subsections of gamers,
right?
That it's going to draw more people into pinball.
And I guess to your point, Dungeons and Dragons is obviously a very popular IP, but it's nothing to the level of Pokemon.
Oh no!
I mean, Pokemon is. I mean, it's phenomenon beyond phenomenon.
Right.
I could see what you mean. You don't want to mess up this golden goose.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to screw this up. So you got to really be careful. I guess Junkyard probably is like, how old is that game? 30 years old?
Yeah, it's 90, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's got to be 30 years old. So, I mean, how long do you have to wait before you borrow some of it? You're like,
most of the new players will never have known.
Right,
Junkyard.
exactly.
Right.
So this, you may be, that's a good point. It may just be, I hate to see him not take risks because they're trying to be safe with this, but at the same time, you kind of need to be safe because you don't want to screw up this opportunity.
And they put out enough games each year.
That's I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Easier or less complex one that still has lots of collecting to it, whereas a Jersey Jack puts out less games. But I would say that to a pinball player, I love the Harry Potter game. Its play its play complexity with the Quidditch field up top and
I'd,
the
I
like.
would I would wager to say it's
But
probably
I
the
don't think
most complex code
I
wise.
don't know. I don't see it being played as much as I would have imagined, though, because I think it's complex for new folks.
Yeah.
I mean, just starting a lesson into the scoop, that's not the easiest scoop in the world.
No,
So
you're right.
that's two ways to approach,
True.
you know what I mean, a big IP.
Keep the
Harry Potter's
challenge.
got a big IP.
Yeah, keep the challenge, but you also want to bring the new players in, and you got to find a
Yep.
balance. So
Well, and I think Jersey Jack didn't have an option when it came to Harry Potter to make it simplified because they needed to get all 7-8 movies in.
Yeah.
And in order to do that and to make it unique, each school year or each movie year unique to complete,
Mhm.
you had to have enough on the play field to be able to do different shots and make different combinations and all that kind of stuff. So because of the IP and because they wanted to get as much of the IP in the machine as possible, which I think was the right thing to do, naturally that just meant more in the machine, which is why you have that the staircase turntable thing. You've got so many weird, funky shots. But I think to also the same point, I think Stern's got the Keith Elwin team. That's the team that does the really dynamic layouts and code. Like you think about the games that Keith has put out. Number one, by far, Keith designed probably the bestseller. We don't officially know any numbers, but I'm going to tell you, I would put money on it that Godzilla outsold Addams Family, which is the record. Because that's the numbers we know.
Right.
But I'll guarantee you, I would be shocked if it weren't true that Godzilla
outsold it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, look at the games. Godzilla, you've got Jurassic Park, you've got King Kong, you've got Iron Maiden, Jaws.
Yep.
I mean, these are massively incredible games that have just amazing layouts that are unique, different, shootable. Right. But they give enough challenge to the better players, not only from a shooting standpoint, but a code standpoint. But if you're a new person coming up, they're still accessible.
Right.
And I think, obviously Elwin is the golden child for Stern. But then you can't have that always coming out from a company because it's only, you've got to branch out so that you are, you're hitting all the different player demographics, as you will.
Right.
So, coming out with a Pokemon where it's a easier family, I think, it's good. I mean, you can't, at some point you can't have everything sweet all the time.
Right.
You got to have a little sour. You got to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise it's just too much of the same thing. And
strike a balance.
Having that variety is important.
Excellent. So yeah, tell us what you guys think. Comment below. Let us know. Are you excited about the Pokemon game? It seems like people are very stoked about this. Do you think that it's good that they kind of based it on another design that already exists, or would you rather seen them take some risks? Let us know below. We'd love to chat with you and just hear from you guys. And tell us. And you can also suggest topics for the last thing. Tell us what you want us to talk about. From month to month, and we will delve into some of you guys' ideas. We love to take suggestions from the pinball community. So,
and speaking of communicating with us and connecting with us, you can find us again. I'll say the website again, steelvalleypinball.org. You can also email us at steelvalleypinball@gmail.com. You can contact us through the Facebook page. You can contact us through Instagram. We have opened up our Discord now, so if you go to the top of our webpage and click on the little Discord icon, you can join our Discord server, and there's a chat room there. So if you want to chat with us, you can chat with us through Discord. We have our YouTube channel up. We have one video on it right now, and that was the last podcast. And this podcast will be on the YouTube channel as well.
Number two.
That's right. And then, as you know, like we talked about at the beginning, we're working on that streaming rig. So eventually, we're going to be up and running on Twitch. We already have our Twitch channel, but there's nothing on it yet because we haven't done any live streaming.
Soon, though.
Yeah, soon. But we encourage you to come out to Pastimes. That's our home base. I did want to give a quick shout out. I know I posted it on the Facebook page, but again, I want to shout out to Aaron and Jane Rich at the North Canton Skate Center. They put on a tournament on, what day was it? Friday? Yeah, Friday night. Friday night I went. Jordan went, Richard and I went, 3 of us went down, and their lineup of Modern Sterns is fantastic. The game's played amazing, and it's a really neat atmosphere being in that skate center because it's just off to the side of where the lockers are, where people can store their stuff, and of course then the skating rink. So you had the music going, you had the skating going, and then we were playing a pinball tournament, and they had about 25 people or so, 28 people.
Which is good for a first.
It was a great first tournament for them.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see what all they do down there because they've got a great setup there. They've got food. They've got concessions. Krista Liam was waiting for Nolan to finish up because he played longer than she did because she got knocked out earlier because it was a knockout tournament. She grabbed a pair of skates and
that's what I was wondering.
she was going around.
Was there open skating during it?
Yeah, right. I mean, they had already shut down the skating part because obviously our tournament went longer. Yep. But there's Krista going around by herself.
I will not be doing that because I don't want to. Oh, I had a bad turn. I'm going to go break my neck. Like I'm not going to do that. But I'm sure she has the ability to do that.
But I said it would be interesting if they did a tournament where you were forced to wear roller skates while playing. So
much taller.
Yeah, it'd be a little taller.
Yep.
It would change everyone's pinball stance.
It would be cool. I would check it out. It'd be kind of cool for sure. Well, congratulations to those guys. That's really cool.
Yeah, and Aaron and Rich have come and Aaron and Jane have come and played at our tournaments often. They are top-notch players. Jaden was Rookie of the Year last year with IFPA, and so one of the things we want to do with Steel Valley is not only promote what we're doing at Pastimes ourselves, but we want to give shout-outs and uplift all the other pinball communities in our local areas, whether it's Canton, whether it's Akron, whether it's a Cleveland area. We get into maybe Pittsburgh, and so if you are a operator and you're running events and stuff, let us know. Yep. We'd love to come and check out your events, come and play, obviously, and we'd love to give you a shout out on our various forms of social media as well.
Absolutely. So thanks again for joining us here on the Steel Valley Pinball Podcast. We will be seeing you guys very soon. Follow, like, subscribe. Stay in touch with us, man, because we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to meet you. And we'd love to hit some flippers with you. So please come out and don't be shy. Come say hello. Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.